Alright, welcome everybody to another episode of Palworld. So, it's been a few hours since our last little adventure into the Palpagos Islands. And our base is coming along. Our base is coming along slowly, but it's coming along. This episode is going to be slightly more centric on exploration, so we need to try to get the stuff together for exploration. So, we are going to need a crusher. So to make a crusher, we're going to need some more paldium, a little bit of wood, a little bit of stone. So, let's work on that. Grab some ore. We have enough for the Lift Monk machine gun. I think we're going to go ahead and swap someone out in our party for that. I think Foxsparks is probably swapping for Lift Monk. But if I make Lift Monk a machine gun, that is going to carry me through the early game of adventuring around and getting through dungeons and stuff. Yeah, so my biggest thing right now is we need to get paldium. I could get that from a hillside dungeon if one's open in the area. There are the big paldium rocks. And, I did look at how to enable or I was looking in the game how to enable mods, but I didn't see anything. So I guess after this episode I need to look on Steam. Because again, it's like, it's not a huge deal yet, but it would be nice. It would be nice to have the additional storage space. So I'm thinking we swap out Foxsparks for, Lift Monk. There are still berries being made. There's still a decent bit there. Alright, so, Lift Monk for Foxsparks. And then finally, we could have a second rancher and get milk, but, I think we're gonna slap a Kativa in there. Alright, I'm trying to make a few berries for myself and not have anybody, like, run over and snatch them. No. Okay. And Vixie is just making me... Vixie's just making me rich, is what Vixie's doing. Okay, why did you leave berry seeds on the stairs? They carry them, like, halfway. I don't know why I thought Clovey died. It was, like, floating like a fish upside down in a tank. Little bit of wood, little bit of paldium. I need to break one of those little paldium rocks. And, the Celeray glider is actually doing phenomenal work. I don't know why they're just dropping some berries on the floor. I have no idea. I still need somebody who can mine level 2 to do that. I'm about to be able to get a new guy at the base. So, zooming in, I think the best thing we could do real quick is to find a hillside. Hillside located. Big paldium rock would be good. I'm low on carry weight, so I can fill up my pockets. My stamina is quite bad for, the Celeray launcher. I can get a decent little distance, but it's eh. Very possible that I could level up from doing this dungeon as well. But now that I have Lift Monk... Oh, it's a treasure dungeon. That's actually best case scenario. I don't think there's any paldium in here, but... It's also free experience and move fruits. Ice Missile, 240, Ignis Breath is gonna be my move. Yeah. I always think that crown on the ground right there is something that I could get. But Liftmonk is pretty tough. Pretty good combat pal, pretty good utility pal for early on. I'll take every single work speed elixir y'all got. This is the best. It's been giving me all carry weight and just like a majority of work speed. So yeah, hit him with the Ignis Breath. They're kind of just stun locking him. There we go. Alright. That did not help in the slightest with my... Did not help in the slightest with my, need for Paldium fragments. But Liftmonk is quite strong. Ignis Breath is also just a reliable damage move. You have to get a little bit closer than I would like on some pals, but... it's pretty decent. Alright, Liftmonk just got melee rocked, and now he's inside of a stone. He got glitched through the wall. But, all this leather is going to be good for the pal gear that we're trying to make, because pal gear uses a notorious amount of leather. Right here is small settlement, so like right across this little, I think there might be a river in the way, is the town. That is somewhere we're looking for... And there are just a whole lot of, there's a whole lot of rush ore here. But I will take all the rush ore pork that... I know there's a pal sphere up there, but I mean, I've got a pretty decent amount being produced by Vixie. Most of the time it's more than I can use. Do I want ML? I kind of want MLPACA, but they're so skittish. I can dip over here into the village, because maybe, yeah, I think we can get there. There's also usually a hillside dungeon down at the foot down here. It doesn't look like it's open? Well, no, it might, yeah, it looks open. Okay. Let's dip in here real quick. Most of the time I would do, most of the time I would wait until I activate the eagle statue for fast travel, but I don't think I'm gonna die in here. Which... Famous last words of somebody who's gonna die in here. Salvage spot is nice. I really just want a Paldium rock, like one of the big ones. Dog sphere, or dog coins and spheres. I combined them. Dog coins actually a phenomenal. Oh, hi, Rib Bunny. Okay, that's a level 10 Syndicate Thug. That's actually. Do I try capturing one of these dudes? Alright, I captured a human. So... They might say it's a crime against humanity or whatever, but I mean, he should not have rushed me with a bat. To be fair, he should not have done that. And now we get a cute little Rabunny on our team. They also give us something called a Kinship Peach. So a Kinship Peach, you can use on a pal, and it makes their trust go up. I'm not seeing any Paldium ores. It looks like a big open area coming up, which is prime for that. Liftmonk can have a training manual. That leveled him up to 11. That's kind of fat. Alright. It wants me to go through this normally, but over here there's daydreams in the salvage spot. I think daydreams are aggressive. Are you a mad guy? Nah, you're chill. Alright. More dog coins. Definitely the medieval medicine. I've never made the grappling gun. It's a little pricey. We need to defeat the Rain Syndicate Tower so that we can get egg incubators, because egg incubators, if we find, like, one huge dragon egg somewhere by luck, like, that could be a Relaxosaurus. That would be an insane boost in combat power. Alright, looks like there's 2 chests there. And with our Celery glider, like, we're quite nimble. 3 chests. Enhance. We're gonna go work speed again. Tech manual. A ruby. 2 ancient tech points. Okay. And we're up to 27 grand on, stuff, and that's without our sellables. I think rubies are like 1,000 apiece, so they're not crazy, but the term better than nothing comes to mind with stuff like that. I would rather have, like, the little bit of money than not have any money. I was waiting for my stamina to come up, but we're okay. Alright, so. Yeah, I was playing some League of Legends earlier and trying to record videos for League. Because I'm, like, trying to get into the whole YouTuber thing again. Because I haven't uploaded in a long time. But, oh, dude, Creamus? I want a Creamus. But, my teammates on League were just really putting me through my paces. Alright, so I'm gonna try... Does that kill? Kills the little guys. Okay, please stay in the ball. The good thing about these little orbs is that we're passively producing these, which means we can afford to throw like multiple per target. It's not that big of a deal. So I'm pretty sure those give you wool if you put them in a ranch, which we have a ranch open. We just have other pressing matters that we want first. And we need to find rampaging pals in order to make medicine with these flowers. So, stamina flowers, I'm going to make stamina remedies because I don't really put points into stamina as opposed to like work speed and weight. And then I complain about stamina, it's great. But yeah, I was making videos about, or on League, like playing Swift plays. And I mean, I got 2 good videos to upload, but out of the like 5 tries, we would just get stomped. Alright. So I guess my current thing is like, I want a second series other than Palworld that I can have. And I think TCG Card Shop Simulator is going to be my other thing. So, that sells for 100. Yeah, those sell for 2 grand a pop, the flowers. Skill fruits are mid. Eh. Sell that. Sell these. That's 2,000. That's 4,000. And then as far as buying things go, you can buy Palaspheres, you can buy arrows. If I'm gonna make the triple shot bow, let's just go ahead and get quite a few arrows. And then the other thing is you can buy meat, which is good for your guys. If you put it in the food basket, they don't have to eat as often. And then also electric venom and flame. You can buy ice organs later or from traveling merchants. But the more important one, I think, is this house, the guy in blue. He is a pal merchant. So I could buy... Is it a crime to sell a guy? He has okay work certifications. Okay, that's not a crime? I guess it would be because it's a syndicate. It's not illegal to catch the syndicate dudes because they're criminals. If that's how that works. That's weird. I just went to the wrong place, and I realized I did it, like, as I was clicking teleport. Hillside Dungeon? No, it's not open. Okay. Eikther Deer as well. No. Man. You're supposed to hit him. Yeah, it's weird not having my base here. I was instinctually clicking here, because this is usually where I make my base. But I can use this opportunity to get the Paldium fragments for the Crusher. The Crusher's like a pretty mid apparatus. You can turn larger denomination Pal Souls into smaller denominations and vice versa. You can grind down meteorites into Paldium fragments, and then you can also turn like rocks into Paldium fragments. There's a couple things you can do, but it's definitely better than the mill, because the only thing the mill can do, to my knowledge, is turn wheat into flour, which wheat is just an obsolete crop. So in my opinion, the only food I've ever needed were the red berries, which are failsafe, but your pals have to stop every 10 seconds to eat because it doesn't fill anything. But once you get lettuce and tomato, you can make a salad, which is arguably just, like, the best thing, because it increases work speed. Okay, I need a Mimog, because Vixie is just putting it down in the ranch, and I can't keep up with her. But I need somebody who can just transport stuff, because the only thing Mimog's good at is transporting. And I am going to put the Crusher in here. So, it's pricey. It's definitely pricey. I'm looking to swap some of my dudes out once they have better work certifications. Certifications. So yeah, you can break down wood into fiber as well if you have an excess, which I generally do. And I don't like that they just keep dropping random stuff. It's kind of annoying. Alright. Boom bang. Build a Statue of Power. That's under Pal. More Paldium fragments. It is always something that I'm in dire need of. It's always something... Because I don't think there's, like, a mine that makes that. Because you can turn stone into Paldium fragments. But it's always just, like, slightly annoying. There's some ore. If I were a smart man... Oh, wait, you're stuck. No, hit him, please! Okay. We might need to soften him up a tiny bit. Or I could just yoink him because I'm epic. Glutton is... I can be persuaded if the pal's good enough to pay... Oh. Did I just hit a third? No, I did not. Okay, okay. Ooh, you're going on my team. That's gonna be my first, like, mainstay guy, I think. And Caperty meat is also just a phenomenal food source. Very nutritious. Hint of berries scenting the meat. Alright, Palsphere. Yeah, as soon as we get our first flying pal, we can attempt something, I'm not even gonna say like a little risky, I'm gonna say like it's very risky. But it's so good if we can do it, because... Okay, I'm hoping that that's not somebody hitting our buildings, because there's a rush ore heading up there, which is really annoying. I might build walls to keep stuff out on that side. Oh, yeah. Alright, these dudes have guns, so we need to remember to try to take it slow. But Lifmonk can handle these dudes. There we go. These guys also drop bullets, which is pretty sick. But they also drop gold coins, which is even sicker, in my opinion. And we rescue a dude, we get a peach. We also get a good chunk of XP for rescuing guys. I thought. Yeah, decent bit. Kinship goes to Lifmonk. We need to name our party, guys. So, you will be Latifa. No, Guggle. There is a hillside over here. That's actually... Oh wow, there's many hillsides. There's also whatever the heck is going on down there. Ah, it's the Direhow killing a Jolthog Christ event. I do need to capture 3 of you. It's not like I want them. That's a 99%. Honestly speaking, if he breaks out of a 99% ball, he can leave. So, the crossbow, as opposed to the triple shot bow, which I don't... Yeah, 3-shot bow only does 40. This... high quality workbench, which we did unlock, metal spear, metal chest. Okay. I thought there was a hillside over here, but now we're just kind of exploring, but there is a fast travel back the other way. The archipelago's down this way, past the settlement. Shoot, I'd like to catch an Eikther deer. Hit him with the fire. $50-50. There we go. There's also an Eikther deer Tara, which is pretty cool. But we have to catch those at the wildlife preserve. Which we would need a swimming guy for. This is a really nice area. I really like this area. Herbal's coming with me. Okay. No! Wait. Lemons into lemonade. I accidentally hit the one behind it just enough that I could catch it. So yeah, there is ore here. There's a lot of ore here, actually. And that is a nice thing, because... Oh, there's a Hookrides down there. I think a Tombat would cook me, but a Hookrides... Yeah, you're gonna get in the wall. There we go. I don't have a Pengullet yet, either. Just one of these times, I would like it if... There we go. Just one of these times I was trying to say I would like it to catch on the first try. Those are more Hookrides. We don't need any more. I need to catch a Dire Howl as well, but Dire Howl are annoying. That's a Monsterina. I was trying to make heads or tails of what that was. There's a Foxicle up there, which honestly would be a good team pal for the time being. I do enjoy... 750 work speed. I can't roll eternally like I can on my other world. That's like how I get around. There we go. Little bit of wool and a fang, a tooth. That's not... Wait. Oh, I was looking at my inventory. I'm a doofus. Alright. Rib bunny, some ammo, ice thing. Takes me a while to figure out where I'm putting stuff. Alright. So, I got enough for Statue of Power. Now I can use my effigies and my souls to boost my dudes. Pal box, upgrade complete. Medieval medicine workbench, high quality workbench. That gives us our second base. That's already, like, phenomenal. Alright. And they killed the Rushor and took his pork, so I will take it. And then we can make roast Rushor. Nope. Not what I was trying to do. Our work speed is high enough that we can just move through some Rushor. We need to catch 2 more Lamball. Also, how many dog coins do we have? We're at 16, so that's not bad. Our turtle is quite hungry. Slow eater. There's that, and then make a little herb roasted caperty. And just because... Wait. Just because you're being so good, you can have some grilled lamball. Little critter. There you go. Alright. I'm low-key getting a little sick of the, low-key getting a little sick of this area being, just getting, like, Rushor wandering in here, so I might just fence it off. I need, like, a little bit more. I need, like, a tiny bit more. And see, Rushor... All I gotta do is ping that guy. Oh, Scruff learned the stone shotgun thing. That's sick. Alright, Scruff just got milli-rocked. There we go. Just kind of fencing off the area. I would like to make the higher quality workbench, but it's going to take things that I do not yet possess. The most of these is going to be ingots, and since I don't have a Fire 2 dude yet, it's going to be kind of annoying. But I can go ahead and get 10 ingots underway. And Fox Sparks is going to hook it up fatty style. Kativa's mining. That's good. That'll actually give me palladium fragments and stuff. They cannot handle the ore rock yet, but that will be good once we have a miner that can. But okay. So he's logging too. Caperty is going to join my team in place of Scruff. Scruff's got logging too. Since Clovey is here, these guys are better at harvesting. You can work here, and then low-key, I'm not gonna put anybody else down yet. That's a lie. You can work here. You're a transporter. You can do things. All right. Need to make another bed. There we go. Everybody has a bed now. Okay, so next level, everybody gets to... There's a second base option, which I will be taking. So how many ingots does this need? 8 ingots, and then a nail. So if I don't make the Liftmonk submachine gun, I can immediately make this, because I already found other nails. Caperty, you're going to be... Sprig. What moves do you have? Pretty mid stuff. I have an inside joke with a buddy, where it shoots the laser beam move, like the giant hyper beam-esque laser, and we call it the light that burns the sky from Pokemon, the Necrozma move. Okay, almost done making ingot. Okay, that's good. So now, I can make this, make a nail. And now I just need wood. Which, I don't think I have a logger here anymore, do I? No, I have the mining guy, but I don't have a logger. Which is so strange, because... There's 26 stone there, that's... We really just need better mover people. I need somebody dedicated to picking up items, because we are producing, like, a decent amount of stuff with the ranches. But I mean, Guggle can help me. Yeah, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. And Guggle has a machine gun that we're gonna get him. And then I can get Bertha to help me tear down this ore rock. Alright. It has been about 35 minutes into this episode already, which is surprising. I think I'm gonna end the episode here in a little bit. And we're going to... I'm gonna record some TCG Card Shop Player, I think. I have funny stories about that game that I'm gonna go over. Huh, what is this, a crossover episode? Alright, we're gonna want ingots, but this is a big upgrade, is, getting our high-end crafting table, because now when I get the rest of this ore, it's going to be really good, because then we can make the Liftmonk submachine gun. But Vixie's making us more pal spheres, because Vixie's the goat, and then I can make a crossbow as well. And while my stamina is pretty bad, it's okay, because it recovers quickly. They're just not picking up the stuff from the ranch either, which is interesting. Alright, Bertha, that's not our job. We have people for that. How's the food situation looking? It's looking good. We could get Foxspark started on making a whole bunch more food. We do just want like a wealth of food for the guys, so that we don't run into problems where they're hungry. Go ahead and cobble together this table. So now, purple cold-resistant pelt armor, 67 defense, 210 health, as opposed to 2198, so that's a humongous increase. It's also an attack up level 3. So, it's a lot of leather. I'm going to need a little bit more ice organ, which we can't buy yet. We would have to go kill ice creatures, which... not a deal breaker. We can go find a colder spot or somewhere with ice types, and then a couple ingots. It's not a crazy amount of ingots. And we'll make 14 ingots. Foxsparks. Yeah, I think the fire pals find. Okay, we're gonna feed you a Rushort pork. So now Professor understands the importance of having ingots for the base. We just need to remember that... there we go. Once we put things in these chests, it'll quick stack. Like, if they pick up an arrow from the ranch, it will... oh yeah, look! Vixie got gold coins. And now Ribbunny is like, hell yeah, put it in the box. So Ribbunny is our little mover right now. But I think that'll just about do it for the episode. This was more an administrative episode. But, I mean, we've got fat money, we've got some copper keys for chests. Next episode, I'm going to look towards getting a really strong pal from the yellow tree biome, like the golden tree biome. And, building out our team so that we can take on the first boss. Because after the first boss, we unlock the ability to incubate eggs, and it just makes it so much easier. But we have a nice little base. We're going to be able to make a second base soon, which is just absolutely enormous. And then that whole second place is going to be dedicated to once we get the ability to generate ore, and we're going to just have like a little mining camp there. But I do hope you all enjoyed. Please leave comments if you have any tips, tricks, otherwise comments, any of that. And I will see you all in the next episode.